When you find yourself on the streets of desperation, which do you desire more? Jesus' help or Jesus himself? I don't know if anybody here, when you go to the grocery store, if you go to Target or Walmart or whatever it happens to be, does anybody use the self-checkout lane? Anybody a self-checkout lane person? Like, you're like me, you're a little bit introverted. You don't want to have a conversation. You don't want someone to be paid to smile at you. You don't want someone judging the things that you're getting ready to scan, right? And so we go through the self-checkout line. I just want my stuff, and then I want to be on my way. And essentially, that's what this woman was hoping for. She was hoping for a self-checkout healing. She's like, Jesus, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to bother the people, but I could really use help right now. I don't want a conversation. I don't want people to know about this. I'm going to pray to you, hopefully sneak a healing out of you while your attention is turned towards other things, and then I'll just be on my way. And here Jesus is like, whoa, 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 whoa. No self-checkout line here. And so what eventually happens is she stands up from the crowd, and she actually begins to tell her whole story to the entire crowd publicly. Like all the nitty-gritty details. I just thought if I can crawl up and touch the fringe of your garment, Jesus, maybe I would get healing. And so I snuck through the crowd. I touched your garment, and I was immediately healed. And then Jesus looks in her in the eye, and he says these words to her. He says, daughter, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Now, this is a powerful sentence. And this is what she would have missed if she would have only had a self-checkout Jesus. She just wanted a healing. You know what Jesus wanted to do for her? He said, I want to give you affection. And so he looks at her and says, daughter, my daughter. This is the only time Jesus calls a person daughter in the scriptures. He's called them, you're a daughter of Abraham, but in this instance, Jesus is saying, my girl. All the woman wanted was healing, and Jesus says, I've got so much more for you. In church, a lot of times in our desperation, our prayers are still too small. Our prayers are still, we think, man, this is a big prayer, and I just want to sneak this prayer, and God, please give me the answer to this. And Jesus is like, I got so much more for you. Come to me in a relationship. Don't sneak through. Approach me, see me face to face, and I'll give you so much more than a healing.